Hey, Buzz, I'm sure you don't come into a game saying, you know what, we're going to hit 9 threes in the first half. You guys were on it. How much did that kind of set the tone for what you guys wanted to do?
Well, stereotypically, as you know, we don't make nine in a game. And I actually thought, and Coach may uh, have some thoughts on this too. I actually thought both teams, their volume of threes in the first 10 minutes were unlike any other game that either of us have had in the season. Um, I thought over the last 6 to 7 minutes in the first half, it kind of went back to probably what they are best at, and we were trying to trend in that direction. I thought the second half, I don't know what the total numbers were. The second half was more probably how we need to play. But I thought, I talked to our guys at those first two ATOs. I didn't necessarily think they were bad shots. I thought the thing that was causing us problems were we weren't offensive rebounding some of those threes because we were shooting it a little quicker than we typically do. But I did think the first 10 minutes, the game was a little fast, probably for how we want to play.
This is one of more South Carolina's more efficient games offensively this year. You mentioned the pace early on and the volume of threes, but what do you think they maybe did throughout the entirety of the game to kind of keep themselves in it to give your defense a little bit of trouble?
I think they're unlike any team that we've played thus far. I think Coach is putting those guys in incredible spots. 23% of their points entering tonight in conference play had come from the free throw line. That's an astronomical number, top 20 in the country. 18% of their points were on second chance points. And that speaks to 30, that speaks to 31, that speaks to 2, that speaks to 5. But if you look at their volume of shots that they shoot at the rim, not talking about offensive rebounds, not talking about their free throw rate, it's a very high number. And they're shooting 61% on those rim shots. And so I thought our plan was right. I do think the first 10 minutes we were a little out of sorts. I'm not saying that's was Coach's plan. I'm not trying to coach his team. I think a little bit of it, their roster was played differently throughout the night. And that could be because Coach was trying to exploit what we were trying to do defensively. Very, very physical. Arguably the most physical game we have participated in the paint. And the threes, I think, on both sides were probably a little more than either team expected, but they are dominant in that 0 to 6 foot range.
Obviously, Wade had himself a game, but having a guy like that, it looked like he was always directing guys what to do and where to go. Having a guy like that who can take care of things for you down the stretch on the court has got to be something special.
It's incredibly grateful and very aware. And he's very aware, but I'm also very aware of his ability as a quarterback, not just to make plays for himself. He creates a peace and a calmness that his teammates rely on. Like the whole program is aware of the impact that Four has. We refer to it as time score momentum. And we did a really good job, and he orchestrates 97% of, are we all on the same page? And his willingness to do that, in addition to the talent he has, is a combination that I think is very rare.
I think you guys finished. I think everybody you played had a basket. The versatility, the depth. I mean, that's going to be helpful for you, I would imagine, this next month and then heading into into postseason?
I think that I think we've lost one game with our entire roster playing. We've had some nagging issues, and our staff is doing a really good job. Our training staff, Gep, Eddie, phenomenal. Our guys have been very consistent in taking care of their bodies. I think the physicality of this league, to your point, as it continues to unfold, it's a lot. Not just on us, it's a lot on every team, every individual. And I think to the depth, I don't necessarily think that we have the best players. I actually think our players receive that we're not the best individual players. I think it's the power of all of us. It's a cumulative effort. And in truth, our staff's done a really good job in a difficult era to put together a roster for a variety of reasons, specific to their character, their work ethic, and how we want to play. And I think having the utilization to pick and choose what, like this game, our roster manipulation is different than when we played Oklahoma because Oklahoma plays completely different. When we played at Kentucky, they're just as atypical as South Carolina in their style of play. And so we missed Solo and H in our last game, and Solo is probably our best on the ball and weak side defender. He's for sure our best athlete. So we missed that 10th guy. And he started every game, and he's playing 20 minutes. And H has started every game until tonight, and last game when he was hurt. He's playing 15. Well, 35 minutes in a 200-minute game, whole more on the road, that changes how we play. And I think in those games when 4 missed, Zoo's missed, Solo's missed, I think cumulative, all of our guys have dispersed those responsibilities and been very mature in how they handle it. Thank you, guys.